What the hell? Packy! Yo! You're being a bartender, not a manager.
Why is he back in the bar? Ugh, the food is just being stacked right now. Right now the bar's doing okay. What they really need help on right now is running the food items because they're getting cold and they don't have a heating lamp, so... What's up guys, it's your boy Alan again, back with another video. And today we're gonna watch another episode of Bar Rescue. But before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And let's go check this out.
Look at the sign. We're in Wisconsin.
Yeah, let's look at the sign. Like, how come so many of these places in Bar Rescue, the signs are not even well lit? Look, only one side of that sign is lit, and even that, only the bottom portion is lit. Even if people were trying to find this place, how would they find it if the sign itself isn't visible?
When you see the word Packy with a green background and yellow letters,
You're thinking Packers?
look at this place. Does it look like an Irish bar to you?
Nothing at all says Irish about that bar.
Yeah, I mean, from the outside, it doesn't look Irish. It looks like a generic bar, if the sign was even visible. But inside, it looks super generic. You know, there's nothing about it that stands out. It looks like they didn't put that much effort into any type of decor here. If you put so little effort in just making it look attractive, you can see why there's no identity here.
4 hours if there's no great food.
Exactly. All I've seen is chicken wings, which are not traditionally Irish.
Got a problem here.
Yeah.
Here's wire.
Jeez, right off the bat, the guests can already see that there's fruit flies. And this place is pretty well lit. How could the bartender miss this?
Get out of it. Check it out. He's not lying. I'm not kidding.
Looks like they got some fruit flies.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Wait, multiple people's drinks got fruit flies? That means there's a lot of fruit flies. Dude, this is not good.
Oh, there it is. See it? I'm sure there's something. How's that one? Pablo's going better.
He's just put the bottle back in the well.
He just put it back. You already had 2 customers with fruit flies in it. The bottle is clearly probably full of fruit flies. If you have 1 fruit fly, you should probably look at the bottle and see if that was just a one-time thing. But you have multiple customers that found fruit flies in their drinks. That bottle is probably not good. But he's willing to serve it to the next customer?
So he's prepared to serve that to the next guest.
Sure.
And hopefully get away with it.
How do you do that to a customer? There's Guppy.
And of course, the bartenders are taking shots.
Bartender?
Well, at least the coffee's bigger than a minnow.
Like, this is already off to a bad start. You got fruit flies in the drinks, and now you have bartenders who are drinking.
Oh, whatever.
Wow. He's pouring a half a glass.
Oh my God, that's not
That's
a
like
shot.
4 ounces.
Wait, he poured that for himself? So he not only overpoured, but it was a shot that he meant to pour himself. What the heck's going on here?
Jesus.
He's gulping 4-ounce drinks.
Wow.
Packy's in the kitchen all night long. Guppy's out there drinking, partying.
Oh my God. So not only do you have bartenders drinking double shots of whiskey, they're drinking whole pints of beer in front of the guests like this. There's like no shame here.
Gonna be at the butchery night. Yay!
How does he manage his business that way?
He doesn't. He's hiding in the kitchen and he's not facing what's happening outside.
Come in!
I'm surprised he's...
Jeez, this is why the owners should not be working behind the kitchen, because you can't see anything. Like, they should be managing, they should be walking around the floor. These are observations that are really important to make. You have this bartender that we ever seen that already took multiple shots. One of them was a huge double, at least a double shot. He just drank a freaking pint of Guinness. And Jon Taffer just got here, and we observed all this already. And the owner, who's behind the kitchen, doesn't see any of this.
Gavin and Jerry enter Packy's Pub, a 1,600 square foot space with a horseshoe bar, 3 speed wells, and...
This is a bad design. Like, right off the bat, you shouldn't stuff the bar in the back like that with this wall that's blocking the guests from even seeing it. Especially when you are a bar, you have a guest who's curious about this place, take a peek to see what the crowd is like. You can't even see it without walking past that wall. And then you have this little, whatever, it's like a shelf or a box for storage space that's blocking the view of the bar even further. If I went in a bar and I can't even see the bar, I would probably assume that it's not even a bar.
What's your name, boys?
I have to have a dry martini.
Martini. Extra dirty.
Dirty martini doesn't look like that. It looks like a margarita.
Dude, that's beyond dirty. Look how yellow that is. That's too much olive brine.
Oh, for f***'s sake. I mean, that's,
Don't tell me more fruit flies. This can't be happening. Is everything contaminated with fruit flies here?
I'm just getting rid of the flies.
You're getting enough of them on your dinner every night.
Up.
That's not... You should be making him another drink. A customer just found a fruit fly and he's not even making another one, allowing the customer to continue drinking this thing.
I spat in that one once, and that one twice, just down.
Yes, that's
As
the
ordered.
these have been cooked a long time. Greasy. Sauce is all burnt in.
That's clearly overcooked. How does this make past the quality control? You have the cook, which is the owner who cooked this himself, and then you have the runner who sees this and still decides that this is a good idea to serve to the customers.
So what about Guppy? He's been drinking all night. The guy must have had maybe 15 shots.
I've seen him take 3 since we've been here.
You've seen him have 3 in the short time you're there.
Yeah.
Geez, that's 3 on top of the ones that they seen him drink while they were in the van. This is way too much alcohol consumed in such a small period of time. Like, this is a liability here.
Yeah.
That's a freaking employee? What is wrong with him? This the owner, he's right there. He doesn't even know this is going on. Like, why is he doing this? This guy is way too wasted to be behind the bar. Like, he needs to get sent home.
See how everything calmed down now? Like, now we're all scared.
Dude, he's way too wasted. And the night just started.
Something Irish about this bar. It looks like it's an American opened an Irish bar.
What bottles have fruit flies in them? Show them to me.
Probably every one of them.
You put them back there with...
So he knows. Like, this is completely unacceptable. When you have the employees know that they have quality control standards that are below par, borderline health hazards, and they're still serving this to the customers.
He's pissing on your business. Pulls his frickin' pants down behind the bar. That's you. How many shots did you have tonight?
At least 10.
At least 10. Big shot on your...
The fact that he says that, you know, he's definitely underestimating, so it's at least 10. This guy needs to get sent home. That's like half a bottle of booze right off the bat.
frickin' money.
Exactly, yeah.
It's like I come in and I make $1. I don't give a And it's like, we use this kind of like...
Then why are you still working here? It's one thing to not make a lot of money, but when you're giving away shots, pouring it for yourself, now you've become a thief. How is this making things better? Just because you don't like your job doesn't mean you have to steal from it.
So how many you got up there now?
9 so far.
9 so far, and he's just starting.
Check that one out.
This is insane. Like, this is the well. This is basically the stuff that they're using the most. So the speed well is liquor that's meant to be the most accessible, the ones that are used the most. These are the ones that goes through really quickly and gets replaced by a new bottle. And the fact that you have the well bottles, the ones that are actually going through the fastest, having so much fruit flies. That must mean there's a huge problem here. The fruit flies are getting in the bottles faster than the bottles are getting replaced.
Look at the bugs in this bottle.
Oh my God.
Jeez. This is like, this is something that you can see very easily. It's not something that you're like, oops, there's like one fruit fly in there. The bartenders look at this every single shift. They know that they're there. They just don't care.
Let's go in the kitchen. Come with me. Chef, if this is any worse than the bar, we're in big frickin' trouble.
We got some problems, John. Look at this. This
First is not covered. And why is there a bowl there? Is that what they're using to pick up the raw chicken? Like, do they even have the right tools here? Why are they doing it like this?
Packy, what's the ideal temperature for this chicken?
40, you think, shouldn't it?
40 around there,
40
right?
below.
All right.
55.
56. It's all garbage.
Oh my god. Not only can you get sick from the booze, but now you have things coming out of the kitchen that can also get you sick.
Seriously, John, it's bull. It's absolute bull. I've never had anybody really say that the wings are bad, ever.
What are you?
How are they gonna know? The thing is, when it comes to food safety, 99% of the chance when you eat a chicken that's not stored properly, you'll survive, you're not gonna get sick. The reason why we have these food safety standards is because of that 1%. That 1% that you might get salmonella, you can get really sick and possibly fatal for some people. These measures are put in place because we are trying to avoid that small chance, that 1% chance of getting somebody seriously ill. That's why these regulations and food safety handling techniques exist.
We're closed right now. Guppy, come talk to me. Guppy, it looks like you f***ed me over.
He picked on me, but as a whole group,
He picked on you? Before any of Jon Taffer's assistants even came in, you already had customers complaining about flies in their drinks. Nobody's picking on you. You pretty much admitted that you knew that every single bottle probably had fruit flies in them. And even after the guests complained about the fruit flies, you still put the bottles back. And when you have, Jon Taffer's assistants complaining about fruit flies, you didn't even offer to make another drink. You just let them continue drinking it.
My money, Guppy. My family's money.
I'm upset on myself.
Guppy, I seriously, I don't want to let you go, but I don't know if you can work here anymore, Captain.
Good call. It's one thing to complain about not making enough tips. Like, we saw him drink until he's blacked out. He's stealing from him. I mean, it's a little too late, but at least the owner at this point knows what the right thing to do is. This is to protect his business.
We doing? Have we cleaned up everything back here that had bugs in it?
Yeah, threw it away, John.
Did you guys really check every bottle?
Guppy checked it last night.
Guppy couldn't even walk last night. How does it...
Seriously? He didn't even wait for him to sober up before he let him check the bottles. Oh my God. The heart is in the right direction, but that guy was blackout drunk, showing his butthole to customers. I don't think he was in the right state of mind to do a quality control check on the liquor.
So last night when you left, who did you trust to do it?
Guppy.
Who's the one guy who was most irresponsible?
Again, Guppy.
Who was your choice to fix it?
Guppy.
That's the problem here?
This is why you don't hire friends. I have friends who work with other friends before, and even though they're both bartenders, sometimes it just doesn't work out. There's nothing personal about it, but you should have known that this guy's not a good fit for this job. Maybe you knew him from another job that he was working hard, but I mean, you just witnessed him, essentially stealing from you.
This is what happens in the bar when you're in the kitchen.
You're gonna kill yourself. And that's not the same shot over and over again?
No.
I know, we're not talking about 1 or 2 shots here. In his own admission, he said he thought he drank 10 shots. Jon Taffer counted 15. This is dangerous, and that's not even counting the beer that he was chugging. He could have gotten alcohol poisoning during his shift. So not only is he taking money from you, he's a liability because he might hurt himself while at work.
Talk to me about what's on your list. Let's just go right down it, okay?
Nothing in stock. It's very hard to be telling people, I'm sorry, I don't have that. And then they say, what?
That's inexcusable. Whose job is it to do inventory? I know that he's behind the kitchen, and this is technically his bar. You gotta have somebody doing inventory at least once a month. The second thing is you gotta take an order at least once a week. If one of the bartenders says that they're out of Jameson, that needs to get ordered immediately. Ideally, that stuff should be ordered before you run out.
And then they say, what is this, an Irish bar? You're out of Guinness.
You can't have an Irish bar.
No Guinness? Are you kidding me? So not only do you not look like an Irish bar, you don't even have the stuff that Irish bars should have. You gotta have the Irish whiskey and you gotta have Guinness. This is unacceptable. No Guinness.
Next.
People being overserved to dangerous levels.
Oh yeah, that was about 6 shots in a row. And a boy.
Jesus, but not only are the bartenders overserving themselves, when you have bartenders that are drunk, of course they're gonna overserve the customers because they themselves are not able to make that call for themselves. So that's why you can't let your bartenders get drunk. This isn't just for health reasons. What if any of these people drove here? Then you risk the liability of them driving drunk. And if they get in trouble, then it's gonna get traced back to your bar.
Remember this smile.
There's vomit in here and outside. People saying that they don't even...
Vomit? Okay, it's... when you have vomit in front of your bar, that not only is that a clear sign that they were overserved, but now it's right in the public so anyone can see it, and that's gonna ruin your reputation and make people not want to go in.
We agree with that?
Totally agree with that.
Next.
Stealing.
Who do you think is the worst culprit?
Summer.
And why do you say that?
Well, that came out of left field. We haven't even heard anything about her yet.
Customers say that she charges $20 for a round of drinks and then doesn't ring anything up.
I know what the deal is. I give you
So the customers observe this. Charging drinks and not bringing it in. This is nuts. That means that this theft is so blatant that she's not even trying to hide it.
Now you look, you want to close your tab, I go like this and I take the 20 and drop it in my tip cup. Does a $20 bill wind up in your tip cup every once in a while?
It might.
Yeah, she got caught. Like, you can tell. Damn, that's crazy. Why is this being brought up, like, right now? It sounds like this happens all the time.
You just admitted stealing.
I have maybe a time.
Call a spade, you stole from me, right?
Yes.
Look at me, you did.
Damn. So you have one bartender indirectly stealing by pouring himself a bottle of booze every shift. And now you have another bartender who's actually stealing directly. How did this guy hire these people? Like, where did he find them? And also, why would they do this to him? That's super messed up. They know this guy is struggling.
Why?
I have 3 kids at home, Packy. You don't pay me.
I owe you 2 checks right now, I do.
We're behind more than 2 checks.
How long haven't you been paid in, Summer?
Probably over a month.
So you're running this business?
Oh my God, everyone is backstabbing each other because they're trying to survive. This is not a good dynamic. This is a horrible, toxic ecosystem here. Everyone is wrong. Like, how did a place like this get down to this level? It's crazy. Like, nothing's being right here and everyone is basically stealing from each other's, including the owner.
By not paying them? Raise your hand. Who else hasn't been paid?
Everyone. Dude, this place is really, this is screwed up. So it's not to justify what's happening, but no wonder why everyone hates this place. They're all struggling here. There's one thing that you owe your employees is that they get paid. Not to justify it, but when you don't pay your employees, like, this is what happens. They start to not only disrespect you, they will start to despise you to a point where they don't even care that they're stealing from you because you're essentially stealing from them by not paying them.
It's unethical, it's inappropriate, and it's illegal. And I won't tolerate it. Packy is going to pay these employees.
Tell me, are we resolved?
Yes.
Hand out the checks for me.
Are these checks, are they even gonna get cleared? How do we know they're not gonna bounce? How did he magically just have this money that he could have and should have paid them this whole time?
Yeah. We walked in last night and where's Packy?
Cooking.
For what?
Making $6.
Can you run this bar from the kitchen?
No.
No, like, I said this earlier. Like, how do you run a bar when you're working behind the kitchen? Like, you can't even see anything. I mean, he's not a chef. We saw earlier that he wasn't storing the chicken properly. Like, there's lots of liability by having somebody who's not trained to be running a kitchen. Running a kitchen itself is a lot of work. It gets pretty insane. Some owners are chefs, but even in that case, you'll still have to hire a GM or some kind of manager on the floor. But there was no manager on the floor. The manager or the owner was cooking, so there's no eyes in the front of the house. And all the stuff about the fruit flies, the employees drinking, all that stuff probably could have been resolved if there was a manager in the front.
Before we even start to make any drinks, I just want to see how you guys pour. If somebody came up and asked you for a shot, pour him what you would pour him.
Last night's pour was like this.
Too much. That's about 2 1/4 ounces.
This is a jigger. This particular end of it is 1.5 ounces. For all of our drinks going forward, we're going to start with 1.5 ounces of base spirit. It's responsible and it's profitable.
I always advocate using a jigger. Like, people think that free pouring is faster. It's not faster. The purpose of the pour spout is to have a controlled flow. I mean, whether you're pouring directly into the drink or the tin or the jigger, it all comes out the same speed. That's what the pour spout is for. Even people who probably use scales and, measuring cups, a lot of these pastry chefs, they still can't just eye amounts of ingredients. And also, you gotta think about the densities of different spirits and liqueurs. A lot of liqueurs, especially with sugar, is gonna come out at different speed than alcohol, which is gonna be a lot less viscous. It's also not about speed, it's also about not wasting and producing a consistent product.
Give me a proper pour over ice.
Pretty much black and white there.
Yeah, so his free pouring is 100% difference, I mean, look how different that is.
We don't have any drinks at this table yet.
I don't care. Let's get this out.
Jon has poured, and we're still waiting on our drinks.
I need 15 black
I
gingers
need
all day.
all of these drinks in minutes.
Jeez, they're writing this on a notepad? I know they bought this bar a long time ago, but the way that bars are run today is way much higher volume than they ever were. You gotta have a POS system. Writing on a notepad, can you imagine how many orders get lost? Are they even charging the customers for these drinks? With the POS system, everything gets communicated via the computers. The printer comes out, the bartenders know exactly what to make. You can not only send orders to the bartenders, you can also keep a track of the guests tab at the same time. Like this chaos. This is just the bar side. Like, I can only imagine how crazy it is for the servers and bartenders to communicate with the kitchen. This is all written on just pieces of paper right now.
Come on, Dad, look at this.
Tell me about how to make a honey right now. And I'll have
Right now.
Packy.
Yes,
Packy,
sir. Do it.
Why don't you do something that you know how to do?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, if you don't know the recipes, you're just getting in their way. Maybe take some beer orders, especially some Guinnesses, because, you know, that does take a long time to pour. When things get crazy, the most important thing is to bus, I think. There's no excuse to having like dirty cups, glasses, plates everywhere. Just get that stuff out of the way and just let the bartenders and servers do their thing.
Rather than doing something that you don't know how to do.
I can get behind the bar and help you guys.
No, take some food orders.
Hey, is everybody okay?
He just told you not to be behind the bar. I don't know why when people freak out, they just want to go behind the bar. It gets too crazy in there when there's too many people behind the bar. Especially you don't know the cocktails, so you're just getting in the way.
Don't have any shot glasses. Oh, yeah, I do.
Let's wash them. We got them here. We're out of glassware, Packy.
Yeah, rewinding back, like I said, you gotta bus. Because if you don't bus, then you're not gonna clean the glassware. And if you don't have glassware, you can't make the drinks.
We are sinking, man.
How are we going to make drinks without glasses, guys?
You don't make shot glasses.
I'm going to go get some glassware. Coming through. Jon Taffer, excuse me.
So they're gonna have to go to storage to get the glasses. So if they're in storage, they're gonna have to get washed. So those glasses are not gonna be available to be used immediately.
Colleen is pumping out the food when the orders are coming in, but the problem is it's just sitting here. Hot food then goes out to the guests and it's suddenly cold.
How we doing?
Do they have a heating lamp? It's just sitting there on that table like that. They don't even have the right equipment here.
Food's sitting here, man.
What the hell? Packy,
Yo.
you're being a bartender, not a manager. I got...
Why is he back in the bar? Ugh. We had the issues of not having glassware because he wasn't bussing the glasses. Earlier, Jon Taffer was like, you should be running food or taking food orders. The food is just being stacked right now. As a manager, you gotta pay attention and shift priorities depending on what needs help at. Right now, the bar's doing okay. What they really need help on right now is running the food items because they're getting cold and they don't have a heating lamp, so this makes the situation even worse.
Literally 10 plates of food waiting in the kitchen.
Okay,
You
go.
gotta run the place.
Gup, hold on a second. Gup, you need them? Okay, then I'm going to do some more Guinness.
And gravitates back to the bar. There's food items. Get the food. All right. There's too many bartenders behind the bar right now. It's not going to get any faster. Yes, the Guinnesses do take a long time, but you have food items sitting there that are getting cold. Like, that's urgent.
We don't need two of you under one station. Come on.
No.
Yeah, I friggin' hate that. It should be one bartender per well. You get two bartenders in the same well. They're just getting in each other's ways.
Packy, how do you think we did tonight?
He failed.
You moved more and accomplished less than anyone I've ever seen.
Okay, John, this stuff right there.
Yeah, too much chaos. He's not paying attention to what's going on, not prioritizing what needs help at. And he's just going towards what he's comfortable, which is pouring beer. They don't need help pouring beer. Like, they needed help bussing so they can wash the glasses, and they needed help running the food. Those are the two main problems today.
I missed the training of the drinks. I didn't know how to make those drinks.
You couldn't have made...
Nobody asked you to make the drinks. They didn't need help making the drinks. They needed help bussing the glassware and running the food. That was repeated over and over throughout this shift. He was completely ignoring that.
I still would like to know how to make them.
Does he need to know every recipe to help you behind the bar?
No.
So what he's saying is isn't it?
Yeah, he kind of got in the way a couple of times back there.
Yes, you can't have more than one bartender per well. Especially their stations are actually pretty small, so I can't imagine, yeah, you're just getting in the other bartender's way.
You're seeking excuses that are total...
John, you told me go for the weak spot.
There's 10 plates of food sitting in a kitchen. Did you know it?
No.
What the Heck, Jon Taffer told him that there was 10 plates in the back. He did know, he just wasn't paying attention. Or maybe he just blocked it out because he didn't want to run food or something. He knew that there was food to be run. That was one of the main problems in this shift.
Pulling beer, doing the most menial task in the entire building while everybody else sinks.
I couldn't do it. I wasn't trained.
You're not a bartender.
I was pulling the weeds where I could.
Yeah, you're not... Oh my god. The reason why Jon Taffer pulled him out of the kitchen was because he's not a trained cook, and in his own admission, he's not a bartender. So why are you trying to bartend? I mentioned this over and over and over. All the other bar rescues. If you don't know what to do, you get stifled, the most important thing to do is to bus. You have dirty plates to wash, and you have dirty glassware to wash, so you could send in the next round of food and drink items. Just bus. That's probably one of the most important things that you can do, and that requires no training.
Ready to sit?
Yeah. All right, on the count of 3, turn around.
It's unbelievable.
Wow. Dude, that looks so much more like an Irish pub.
Holy crap. James Campbell's Irish pub. Brilliant. Unbelievable. Wow.
I mean, this time it even says Irish pub, so it doesn't get any more obvious than that.
I love it. I love everything about it. It wants you to go in, it invites you to go in and have a pint. Something to eat.
Are you guys ready to see?
Oh, that's a cool doorknob. It's a Guinness handle.
Everything's going great right now. The food is getting out. The POS system is working. They're more confident. They're more comfortable.
218 for Jenny.
Hey, and they got a heating lamp now. Hey, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to check out these other videos as well. And please leave on the comment section on what videos I should react to next. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.